Thanks for being here. I'm going to talk, I'm Gijsbert Cox, I'm working for Appian. Have been working for 15 years in the insurance space between business and IT as an operation manager, worked for Hiscox, partner amongst others. And fascinated by what else we could do other than filling on our policy claim systems and do something else. So I'm going to talk to you about connected insurance and the power of it, and I'm explaining a way out of the legacy that you have and enable the InsurTechs here that are here at this event. So I'll explain you the concept and my thoughts, and hope to inspire you about what else you could do. But I'm also going to talk about music instruments, because I thought that was a nice analogy. You all have interesting musical instruments in your company, and they can play nice music by itself, like the policy system or the claim system, like a trumpet or a violin. But what you eventually want to excite your customers and your broker and your people inside your company, right? So the best thing is actually if you can orchestrate these instruments together and have a director that can play fantastic music. If they all combined and orchestrated, then you can really excite and innovate and excite your customers and your brokers and the people inside, of course, in your company. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about, and also about where we are. I mean, crazy 2 years we had. We're still in a lot of change. I mean, as a lot of panelists already said, it has been accelerating innovation, buying new IT. But I think the key thing, what we need to do is to make sure that you are resilient to that change, that you can face competition, but also that whatever you build is agile enough, right? That you can change it, and that it's creative. That you have that creativity in your company. So, as Forrester says, I mean, the future is now. You have to be bold, you have to try new things, innovate, to face competition and be out there in the market and grow. And why am I talking about connected insurance? So, just wanted to highlight a few key drivers. There might be more, probably a lot more actually. But I think the customer expectations, right, clearly has been changed. Yes, we have a slow-moving product in insurance, but customer expectations are significantly changing. They see things from what they get at Domino Pizza, where you can see when it's arriving at your home, your digital bank, everything. So that expectation is there in at your customers. And when they call up for a claim, they expect that kind of service. So your competitors already see how they can improve that, so you have to move in that direction. But there's also pressure on costs. I mean, we talked about it yesterday. The admin cost part of the combined ratio is still quite high in a lot of lines of businesses, and there's pressure to keep that down. But your legacy IT, your process, also require a lot of expense to maintain, and a key thing is like, what else can I do to get out of that and to keep it down? Another driver is the popularity of a lot of new data services, and there's a lot of them here on this floor. Satellite data, telematics, there's a lot of new ideas, but I can see the face of your CIO and your operations managers already like, great. How do I integrate that in my business process? Because you have to bring it to the key people in your organization to use it. And that's demanding connectivity. And last but not least, I mentioned it already, the competition. There's a lot of things happening. There's InsurTech players finding niche solutions to sell insurance, all great. But that's happening. There's still the talk about Amazon and Google, whatever they are going to do. We don't know yet, but they will do something, that's for sure. And interestingly, Accenture did some research that 140 billion premium will move from traditional insurers to technology-enabled products by 2025. Now that's quite a lot of money. So competition is there. You have to be innovative to actually expand in that market and see what you could do, right? So connected insurance, I think that's important. These are the key drivers. But let's look at reality. What are we facing in insurance companies? And I completely oversimplified the IT landscape at an insurance company, but it probably looks a little bit like this, right? We have organized ourselves in a siloed way. That used to be the way that we've done things at insurance companies. We've grown over the years, and this is sort of the system landscape, very siloedly organized. And that's the analogy with the musical instruments, I suppose. Yes, you know, the violin can play good music, you have a good policy system, but when they start to play together, that's when the power comes out, right? And the reality is that we do not have one policy system as an insurer or one claim system. You've collected multiple over the years. You've tried to do a migration, and probably somebody said that's just a data migration, but it's not, right? It's complicated to merge these systems together and to migrate into a new system. So a lot of the insurers I talk to and I've experienced have stopped somewhere halfway. So you end up with a new system and still the old systems are running. So multiple systems, multiple disparate data actually. So how do you make that music of connected insurance? So let's look at the innovation that has been done, in my view, because of course you have not sat still. A lot of insurers have invested in innovation, but if you look at that, how that is done, it's often on top of these existing systems, right? For example, quote to bind. Let's build a portal. Let's make sure that the quote and bind process is running smoothly. All good. Or a claims first notice of loss process. Let's have this digital form out there, or let's build an intelligent document processing solution to capture the first notice of loss, and then it's in that claim system. But that's not the whole thing that we want in a connected insurance, right? Because when you are actually talking about what if you can actually, as an underwriter, not only capture the submission, but actually talk to orchestrate what you want to talk to other senior underwriter or talk to an actuary to get their view, or include satellite data, for example, or include telematics data to improve that underwriting process to get a better view on the risk. Then you actually, or to add to that, actually, or get a better view of your customer, right? Like, who is this customer that I'm insuring? Then clearly you need data from those other systems to get the complete view. And that's what's failing. For example, also with claims, what if you can actually use all the information that you have a complete view of that customer, not the last 3 claims that they had, but also the complete, also from the claims that he had on his business portfolio. So they have a complete view of that customer. Then you need to have that connectivity of these systems together and use all the data to play this exciting music that you can play. And also in the CRM space, to really service and bring that service to that customer to the next level. And you can automate, and a lot of things are done on bots nowadays, like 10, 20 different bots to automate. Straight-through processing is important. But you need to make sure you're in control, right? Like an example from my dad recently. 3 weeks ago, his wife got a letter saying that he died. He was sitting alive next to her on the couch. The insurer thought he died. So they got in a very emotional process actually to explain to the insurer that he died, that he didn't die, he was alive. But she got a new letter, okay, so you're a widow, you get a new premium. So they had to call up this insurance company talking to another person every time because it was all automated. They didn't pay the premium, so they automatically got into a reminder process. All very emotional, actually, and amazing that they can't fix it. They can't. You need to make sure that if you automate, you're in control, right? That's important. Luckily, my dad didn't lose his wit, and he said it took Jesus Christ 2 days to come back alive, and it takes me 15 days with his insurance company. So anyway, I thought that was funny. But clearly, you need to make sure that what you automate, you're in control. And I wanted to show you a way out, what you could do. Appian has this connected insurance low-code platform. So you can not only combine, reuse the data, you don't have to migrate it to Appian, but you can actually think about what is the data that I need to service my customers better? What is the data that I need? And it might be in 5 systems, might be in 10 systems, maybe in 20 systems for some of our customers. Bring that into a container like a claims record, a policy record, a customer record, a broker record. Have that available. Leave it into the systems where you have it, but make sure you can enable that in your processing. And then you can define really powerful processes. And you can automate these processes where needed, right? Use a bot, can be very useful, or AI, or intelligent document processing to automate these processes where it's needed. And then you can also think about using external data, IoT devices, telematic data. Bring that into the process. Right? This 21-year-old driver that has a telematics thing in his car wants to get a better premium. Bring that into the underwriting process where it belongs, right? Or satellite data, bring that into the underwriting process or in the claims process to assess the risk. That's what you want. You want your good people to be able to play good music for your brokers and your customers. And then you can create an omni-channel consistent message, right? Whether they use a chatbot, WhatsApp to report a claim, and it stops, your call center can pick it up, or somebody else can pick it up. The data is already there, and you can complete that data. And also manage your vendors. You can allow them to see part of the data that they need to see, like a loss adjuster when you send them out in the field, to have everything on his mobile. If you're checking this claim, please check these 3 elements and report back immediately. Then you have one single platform that captures all that data and serves your customers better. And when you've done that, and it's actually built on low code, so the agility comes there. Like if you want to change it quickly, adapt it to your needs. The world is changing, adapt your processes. And then you can join communities, right? Where there's been talk about embedded insurance or other ideas. Jump on that wagon if you want to as your business, right? You need to and then collaborate with these communities, affinities, whatever they are, to do more business, because that's what you want. So in short, Appian is a platform that allows you to, with low-code data, these containers of data that are critical for your business, design your applications based on low-code. So design it, but we also go one step back. We can also do discovery, like process mining of your current process, bring those event data in our platform to look at, okay, well actually that's the way the claims process is running. Well, that is how the true underwriting is done, and then define how you want your process to be. And once you have your process, you can say actually step 2, 6 or 7 can be automated with AI or with a bot, but always keep the human in the loop. Keep the human in control. Don't get that mess that my dad had, actually. That's not what your customers want, right? So that's what we do with Appian. And I think the key thing for you is be the director. Be the director of your future. Use the instruments that you have in your business. Be bold. Invest in fantastic technology, but make sure that you build it agile, that you are creative, and that you can excite your customers. I think that's the key thing. So, thanks for your attention. If you have any questions for me, please let me know. Otherwise, you can come to our booth, which is just around the corner here. Thank you.